Huntsville, Alabama, the United States of America, and YouTube. All of you around the world. It's been a while since I've done a video, and this one isn't going to be as vitriolic as the previous. And I really only have 3 points in this video. The first one is going to be Nikki Haley, the governor of South Carolina, and what she said. She said that South Carolina is a military state. She reiterated, a military state and a strong patriotic state. These two things are not synonymous. And that's the error that a lot of our nation is being drawn into. Militarism is imposing your will on other countries around the world through military aggression, through the use of arms or intimidation. Patriotism is the defending of one's country. A true patriot upholds the Constitution and defends their nation and upholds the morals and the ethics of that nation. A true patriot in this nation is one who would swear an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Now, we don't have any real foreign enemies except those that we've made for ourselves. But we have a lot of domestic enemies right now. Anybody who would assume to take away rights that we gave ourselves in the authoring of that document, in the authoring of the Constitution, anyone who would suspend habeas corpus and indefinitely detain a U.S. citizen without trial, without representation, and just hold them in prison. Anybody who would say that we should sacrifice our privacy for the security of the state. These people who say these things are not patriots. In fact, they're the extreme opposite of patriots. They're enemies of the state. Romney, I'd vote for NDAA. Gingrich, yes. Patriot Act, yes. All these guys, they want these things. They want to take away these rights from us. One person on the stage. One. I wouldn't vote for any of those. I'd repeal the Patriot Acts. I would do everything to stop SOPA that I can. He would veto SOPA. And everybody who's watching this on YouTube should be aware of what SOPA is. Anyway, that's a completely different subject. But patriotism and militarism are two different things. The people in our military are patriots. A lot of the people in our government are enemies of the state, are enemies of the Constitution. And they should be arrested, and they should be imprisoned and tried for depriving citizens of their rights. They're kidnapping our Constitution. Number 2, social conservatism. The social conservatives are supposed to be ruled by the extreme Christian right in this nation. And what happened at the debate in South Carolina, the first one, because there's going to be another one, Ron Paul starts to cite, he paraphrases the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And they boo him. He says, we shouldn't, as a country, do to another country that which we would not want them to do to us. I mean, it's the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Don't do to others the things that you don't want done to you. So, they boo him. And when they did that, I mean, I kind of laughed, but I shook my head because I'm thinking these people are supposed to be Christians. Love your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself, but drop a bomb on their head because they love it when Santorum talks about bombing some Iranians because they have a different religion than you. I'm going to give you a brief anecdote. I was at a sign waving event this weekend, this past weekend, Sunday, in fact, Sunday. So these people are out after church. And in Huntsville, Alabama, you know that you're a wildly Christian city. This woman pulled up right next to me, and she rolled down her window and she said, "I'm for Romney." I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because I think that we need to deal with other countries." I said, "That's what Ron Paul believes. He wants to deal with other countries." And she said, "No, he doesn't want to do it." I said, "No, he just doesn't want to drop a bomb on their head." I said, "How can you go over to your neighbor's house and expect them to be friends with you if every time you go over you're holding a gun to their head?" I said, "That's what these other people are doing. They just want to drop bombs on people's heads." And this woman said, she shut my mouth. She said, "Yeah, well, I just assumed drop bombs on a lot of their heads." Okay? Fine. But here's my answer to that. If you want to go drop a bomb on them, you want to hold a gun on them, lady, you go. Go down to Larry's Pistol and Pawn. Go get you a rifle and a couple thousand rounds, and take your candy ass over there and do it. Don't send somebody else's child over there, somebody who has sworn to uphold and defend the Constitution. Because going over there and bombing them preemptively is nowhere written in the Constitution, especially unilaterally or unicamerally or unibranch. I mean, how do you say it with just one branch of the government says that, yeah, we're going to go do this thing? Well, it's called tyranny. So that's your social conservatism. Huntsville, Alabama, United States of America, YouTube. Go kill people. Don't do the golden rule. That's what we do. We're Christians. Hoorah. Now, electability. This is the final part of this little speech, video, whatever. The youth is solidly behind Ron Paul. The independents he's drawing the majority of the independents. Okay? You cannot win an election without the youth that's behind Ron Paul and without the independents. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If you do not nominate Ron Paul, Barack Obama will be our next president, or he'll get a second term, rather. Because the Ron Paul supporters, the 15%, the die-hard Ron Paul supporters, will not vote for Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich, Rick Santorum, or Rick Perry. They will not. They won't vote for Obama. They won't vote for, they'll vote for Ron Paul. They'll write him in if they have that chance. But they will not vote for a Republican presidential candidate besides Ron Paul. Okay. Right now, he's running neck and neck with Obama. He's in a statistical tie with Obama if the election was held today. I think it's 42 to 44% Obama's way, which is within the margin of error. Not only is that amazing, but it's just mind-blowing considering the negative journalism and the irresponsible and dishonest journalism that has been journalists that have been covering him. They twist his words. They say things that he's not saying. Isolationist, not interventionist. It's a big difference. They pan him as this crazy guy who wants to balance the budget, get rid of the debt, bring our troops home, have a strong national security and national defense, and wants to deal with other countries peaceably. So even with the horrible coverage and just dishonest coverage that he's getting, he's still running neck and neck with the president. Imagine if he would get the press, the good press, not just, "Oh, Ron Paul, you said this." No, I didn't say that. You're twisting my words. If they would report him honestly, like few have, he'd be way ahead of the president right now. But the problem is, that guy's not for sale. Just like his supporters aren't for sale. You want Obama out of office? That's your only route to getting Obama out of office. You don't vote for him, you lose.